Good morning again. So this morning I'm going to read from the Suriy-i-Haykal, the tablet or the Suri of the Temple by Bahá'u'lláh, from the book The Summons of the Lord of Hosts, which is a compilation of some tablets of Bahá'u'lláh. So I'm going to read from where we left off yesterday. Say, O people, can ye ever hope to escape the sovereign power of your Lord? By the righteousness of God, no refuge will ye find in this day, and no one to protect you, save those upon whom God hath bestowed the favor of his mercy. He verily is the ever-forgiving, the most compassionate. Say, O people, forsake all that ye possess, and enter beneath the shadow of your Lord, the All-Merciful. Better is this for you than all your works of the past and of the future. Fear ye God, and deprive not yourselves of the sweet savors of the days of the Lord of all names and attributes. Take heed, lest ye alter or pervert the text of the word of God. Walk ye in the fear of God, and be numbered with the righteous. So, I would like to share with you some thoughts about this concept of the fear of God. I know that a lot of my friends, a lot of people feel that the idea of fearing God is abhorrent to them. They want to feel trust of God. They want to feel the love of God and the mercy of God. And for me, I really resonate with this idea of the fear of God, in addition to all those, those things that we think of as positive. Because what I have experienced is that just as there are physical laws, there are also spiritual laws. We don't have to believe in them. We don't have to recognize them. But they still exist and they still operate. So, for instance, you may not believe in gravity, but if you walk off the edge of your roof, you might break your leg, whether or not you believe in gravity. So that's what I understand about the laws of God, that there are laws, there are spiritual laws, and if you break those laws, you do it, at your own peril. And I've experienced that. Shoshone, I need the light. I've experienced that plenty. And I've had to suffer a lot because I've transgressed the laws of God. And even, when I say the laws of God, I'm thinking more than anything else, the way that one treats other people. Because in this day, we know that we're all one. So we have been conditioned to be in opposition to each other when things don't go easily, and to make a separation, and to blame and to judge. And I know that a lot of people are trying to learn how to not do that. So those who follow that principle and understand that that is one of the laws of God, the oneness of humanity. I know that I've suffered a lot from when things get hard, thinking of or treating other people as if they're separate from me or they're enemies. So it takes a lot of work to reorient one's thinking and one's behavior. Jesus said it when he said to turn the other cheek, but who does it? I don't know people who do that. That's what I'm striving to do, and I'm finding that it's a better way to live. It's hard, but it's a better way to live. So this fear of God idea, there are other laws of God. Baha'is believe that we shouldn't take substances that alter our consciousness, because our consciousness is God's greatest gift to us, and we shouldn't play around with it. So there are repercussions for these things. There are other laws of God. Whether we acknowledge them or not, they exist, and they have an impact on our behavior. And to me, that's what the fear of God is. It's a healthy respect for understanding that you can't just do anything you want because you want to. So that's enough of that for right now. Oh yeah, sure. So Sean's going to have a comment or a question.
Those people who abhor the idea of fear of God, do they fear death? Do they fear their in-laws or their children or being judged? Or I have a feeling they fear something. So why would they fear death or something besides God? It doesn't seem right.
So I think maybe what you're saying is, since God is the source of everything, if you're going to have fear, go to the source, something like that. Is that what you're saying?
And God is also protecting you from fear. So, might as well. I mean, to show fear to a human being, or a policy, or even death, I don't think is respectful. But God's respect is, the way that we show respect for God is different from the way that we respect everything else. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That we should, strive to fear nothing but God, because then we'll walk in the path of God no matter who does what to us.
Mm-hmm.
Or no matter what happens to us. We might have to go through real hardship and suffering, but when we have that connection with God, that love, that faith that we nurture through prayer, we can go through anything, because anything that gets sent to us is sent to us by God for our own strengthening of our souls. Because when we leave this plane of existence, all we're going to have is our souls. So we might as well be working on strengthening them now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, would you say that it's not even that we have souls, but that we are souls?
Yes.
But we'll have absolutely nothing. We will just be what we are.
Yeah, we'll be what we are. Which means that however we think, whatever our attitudes are, that's what we're going to have. I'm doing a live video here.
What does that mean? Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
So you're making everybody be quiet in the kitchen?